Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I am going to be doing my April wrap up and stats. In the month of April I challenged myself to read 30 books in 30 days and I managed to complete that challenge, which I'm really happy about, really proud of myself. I did have 17 books on my Bookopoly TBR. The stack looked something like this. Plus or minus, well actually minus a couple books because not all of the books were physical, some of them were Kindle reads, but I didn't quite complete that challenge. So I managed to read 13 out of the 17, two of them I DNF'd as well. So yeah, overall it was generally good, but I did okay, it wasn't too bad. So out of the 17 books on my Bookopoly TBR, the books that I didn't quite manage to get to were 1 Week, which was a Kindle Unlimited book, The Dawn Chorus by Samantha Shannon, which I decided I wasn't going to bother reading because I'm not ready to pick The Mask Falling up yet and I want to read that right before I'm picking up The Mask Falling, if at all possible. I also had Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier and I also had Juliet Takes a Breath by Gabby Riviere. I just didn't get round to picking these two up, that's all. I do really want to still pick them up, but I just didn't get round to them. The books that I DNF'd were Malcolm, which I will show a picture of here. I gave many reasons as to why I DNF'd this. I will link the vlog up here if you want to see it. I also DNF'd Chasing Daisy in the exact same vlog by Paige Toon. Again, I give all my reasons in there. And then I did DNF The Witch's Boy by Kelly Barnhill as well. I actually put this down temporarily but just never picked it up. I got to page 68 and I'm honestly not bothered about picking it up. So I am DNFing this one as well. I wasn't particularly enjoying it, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So that's where we're up to with that. Over my 30 books read, I managed to read 6,986 pages, which is pretty awesome. I gave out 4 5-stars, 24 stars, 5 3-stars, 1 2-star and 0 1-stars, and like I said, I DNF'd 3 books. So let's briefly go through the ratings of the books that I read. So I gave The Mermaid's Voice Returns in this one by Amanda Lovelace 3 stars. I enjoyed this one, but it wasn't quite one of the best ones that I've read from her. I've definitely read better from her, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was great. I gave Isola Volume 1 4 stars. Really enjoyed this. This was a great introduction into this series and I'm looking forward to carrying on with it. I gave The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book. This was absolutely beautiful and I really enjoyed it. I gave Dragons in a Bag and also The Dragon Thief by Zeta Elliott 3 stars each. I enjoyed these. These were really cute, just fun little stories for starting out for kids and stuff. Really enjoyed both of these. I gave Amelia Fang and the Memory Thief book 3 in the series 4 stars. Really enjoyed this. Just really loved carrying on with this series. Had a great time. I gave Skyward Volume 3 4 stars. This was a really good end to the series and I do hope that they kind of explore this world a bit more. It would be really good to see some more of this, but I did enjoy this one. It was a really good series. I gave Truth Witch by Susan Dennard 4 stars. Really surprisingly enjoyed this one. Had a great time with it and I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this series. I gave Teach Me by Olivia Dade 4 stars. Really liked this one. I liked the age of the characters. They were older than usual, late 30s, early 40s. Just had a really good time with this one. It was really good. I gave The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert 5 stars. Really had a great time with this one. Wasn't expecting anything less from Talia Hibbert, to be perfectly honest. She's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. I gave Killjoy 4 stars. This was good. It was nice to be back with these characters again, despite the fact that this is a prequel to the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. It was just a general murder mystery type book, but it was fine. I had a lot of fun with the characters again and did enjoy myself with this one. I gave Robin Hood 4 stars. I had a great time with this one and I'm looking forward to continuing on with this series because I've got the next one now as well. It was sent to me throughout April and I did enjoy this one. It was really good. I loved the Robin Hood story in general, so this was a really nice twist on it. I gave Michael Valiant, I think that's how you pronounce that, 2 stars. I'll show a picture of it here. It was a graphic novel and it was just okay. I didn't particularly enjoy it, to be perfectly honest, and I won't continue with the series if it does become a series. It was just fine. I gave When Stars Are Scattered 4 stars. This was such a beautiful graphic novel with such a heartbreaking and also heartwarming story, and I do recommend it as a middle grade. So yeah, 4 stars for this one. Gave Motor Crush Volume 2 4 stars. I can't wait to continue on with the series. I'm really hoping that there will be a Volume 3 at some point very soon. But yeah, 4 stars for this one. I gave Fast and Hard 4 stars also. Did really enjoy the story behind this one. I really enjoyed the F1 element in here as well. So had a really good time with this one. I gave How to Be an F1 Driver by Jensen Button 4 stars also. This was really, really insightful, quite eye-opening, very factual. Had a really good time with it, and it was very interesting indeed. I gave Amelia Fang and the Half Moon Holiday and Amelia Fang and the Lost Yeti Treasures 4 stars each. These are book 4 and 5 in the series. Again, really enjoyed being back with these characters and had a good time with them. I gave Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi 4 stars. I really enjoy this series a lot and I can't wait to continue on with it. But yeah, had a really good time with this one and being back with these characters as well. I did really miss them, so yeah, can't wait to continue on with the series. I gave The Humans by Matt Haig 4 stars. This was really, really interesting and we had a good chat about this one with my Patreons because this was my Patreon pick for both March and April. So I did really enjoy this one. Very, very interesting indeed. Had a lot of things to say about this one. And then continuing on with Amelia Fang, I gave The Naughty Catacorns and also Trouble with Toads both 4 stars each. Again, I had a really good time with Amelia and the gang, and now I'm sad that this is wrapped up, to be perfectly honest, but I cannot wait for Rainbow Grey, which is the next book by Laura Ellen Anderson, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I gave To Make Monsters Out of Girls by Amanda Lovelace 3 stars. Again, not one of my favourites by her, but I did enjoy this one. It was good. You can see as the month comes to a close that my books are getting smaller and smaller. This is a poetry collection, but obviously I was doing that to kind of ease the pain a little bit. I gave The Old Guard Volume 2 4 stars. I really cannot wait until there's a Volume 3 in this series because I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun and just really enjoying the storyline as well with the characters. It's great. I gave Lumberjanes Volume 3 4 stars. It's been a hot minute since I've been with these characters, but I really enjoy these graphic novels. They're so nice to break things up a little bit, especially if you're reading a lot of fantasy back to back and you just want a bit of a palette cleanser. These are really, really handy for that, so I really enjoyed being back with these characters. I gave Shine Your Icy Crown by Amanda Lovelace 5 stars. I loved this. This was so good. I really, really enjoy this type of, like, this specific series that Amanda Lovelace does. It's just beautiful and I really see myself within this poetry collection as well. It's fantastic and I just really, really connect with it a lot. I gave Fast and Wet by Kat Ransom 4 stars. This is the second in the Fast and Hard series and I really enjoyed this one. I really liked the dynamic between the characters in this one and I really liked the fact that it kind of went more into the F1 side of things as well, more technical and stuff, so it was a good time. I had a great time with this one. I gave From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout 5 stars. This is a reread for me. It got 4.5 stars the first time I read it. I really loved rereading this one and I'm so glad I made the decision to do so because I forgot half of what happened in this book. So I'm really glad I decided to pick this one up because I am picking up Kingdom of Flesh and Fire and The Crown of Gilded Bones in the month of May. And then the 30th and final book that I read was Low Volume 1. This was actually book 29 because then I finished this on book 30, but either way, Low Volume 1, which I gave 3 stars. I thought this was fine. I am intrigued as to see where the story goes for the rest of the series, but I wasn't a huge fan of the art style. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. But yeah, 3 stars. So overall had a great reading month. My favourite book of the month was The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I did and it was just so beautiful. It really, really touched my heart. I know that Jade really loves this and really pushes this book quite a bit. So I was expecting to enjoy it but not as much as I did, and I did really enjoy it. The most surprising book for me was Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I honestly didn't think I was going to get through this because I have DNF'd it previously a couple years ago. So I didn't think I was going to get through this a second time. I thought I was going to DNF it again just a bit further in because I DNF'd it 50 pages in the first time. However, once you get past that roundabout 130 page mark, you really get into it then. The story starts kicking off. You're not really supposed to know what the hell is going on before that point anyway. So I really enjoyed this one. Definitely a surprise for me. It was great. I had a a good time with it. My most disappointing was Chasing Daisy by Paige Toon, which I DNF'd. I explain in the reading vlog, as I've already mentioned, why I DNF'd this one and what happened with it, but I was saving this best till last year in a like themed reading vlog, and I was friggin' devastated, like really gutted about the fact that I was DNFing this. I was just really bummed about it, not happy about it at all. So this was my biggest disappointment. And then the worst book of the month was Michael Valiant for me. I'll show a picture of it here. It just wasn't good at all. Didn't enjoy it. And yeah, 2 stars. It was the lowest rated book for me throughout the month. So that was my most disappointing. So yeah, overall, reasonable reading month. Really proud of myself for managing to hit that 30 books in 30 days. So yeah. Generally, I had a really good time. Let me know in the comments down below if you took part in 30 books in 30 days as well. Did you manage it? Did you not quite manage it? Either way, I'm really proud of you for at least trying. And let me know what your favourite book of the month was as well, because I'm really interested. And if you don't want to leave a specific comment, but you do want to leave something to say that you were here, just leave a stack of books. That'll be fine in the comments. So I shall see you next time. Bye for now.